Welcome guys, it's Darren again, and I've got another box review for, in this case, it's 1991-92 Upper Deck Hockey. This is the low series, and you can kind of see that the box is seeing better days. So to begin with, on the bottom of this box, I've got a Wayne Gretzky, and a pretty cool box bottom. So this was kind of the follow-up to a really good rookie year that Upper Deck did for hockey, and this was another really good rookie year. So this was a fun box to open for that particular reason, but unfortunately the experience is a little bit tricky is a little bit limited because number one, the card design itself is kind of it's not as great as it had been the previous year. I think that the 1990-91 set was really great. This set is it's okay. It's pretty good, but they tried to go very simplistic in their card design and just get down to a very simple element down at the bottom, and I don't think that it kind of held up very well. So the cards weren't dynamic as I was going through. They weren't very distinctive. And what was really disappointing was, yes, they have the checklist for their teams as they always do, but the three subsets that they have, which is the All-Star game, the Canada Cup game, their rookies, and then their star rookies and draft choices. They look just like the regular cards. I mean, this doesn't have the team down at the bottom, but they look like the regular cards. So you actually have to look at the corner here to see if it's a subset or if it's a regular card. And so it makes it a bit challenging as you're going through because all the cards look the same, and you really do have to work to pay attention to if a card happens to be a subset card. So as I was going through the packs, I always kept looking down here for the 75 to see if it was a regular card. So I knew to pull out all the subsets. So there wasn't anything very interesting about the process of going through the packs, except any time that I would run into an insert. And with the inserts, they have their holograms, which aren't really holograms, but I was able to get Gretzky and Ed Belfour and Brett Hull, and this is basically how they look. It's really tough with the lights, and they're not interesting. The backs look like the hologram backs, but anyway, I got three different ones of those, and I did get two Brett Hulls. So I got one of his regular cards, and then I got not the title card, but the checklist card. So I got those two. And then every pack does have an all-star ballot in here. Not that you really care about it, but there's an all-star ballot in every single one, so that's fodder for the trash. But in the set is broken up really from just one series of cards, this subset, which is the team cards, the team checklists, and then also with the two specialty cards for Gretzky and for the 50-50 club, including Gretzky. So those were interesting when they would pop up. But otherwise, like I said, it really is kind of a bland experience because you've got all these cards that look the same, and then you get around to a subset and they still look the same. And they do have some regular cards that also look the same. And so everything looks pretty much identical. So you got to pay attention to the names. The images they don't really grab you in any way, and so it just felt like pack after pack after pack were all the same cards, and that was a bit disappointing. I did get a pretty good number of stars out of this. So I got a Steve Yzerman, I got a Mario Lemieux, and I got a Wayne Gretzky. I'll be getting back to that. And I also got Gretzky All-Star. I got a Peter Forsberg and a Felix Potvin. Forsberg's one of the rookies. And then I also got a Zygmunt Palffy, as well as a Zygmunt Palffy. Glenn Murray. As you can see, more Gretzky's. Two Doug Waits, Tony Amata, and another Felix Potvin. But the real big challenge with these is the fact that this is a really streaky box. The way that they filled all the packs was very streaky. So as you're going through, there are huge sections of cards that are just flat out missing. And then every once in a while you'll hit an area where you just get not just 2 or 3, but sometimes 4. So in this case, going through, as you already saw, I got 4 Wayne Gretzkys. These 3 and the one down here. And so it was really good that Gretzky happened to show up in one of the really congested areas, but there are 4 top rookies in here. And I got 1 Peter Forsberg, but I also did not get Teemu Selanne, Niklas Lidström, or Dominik Hasek. So I only got one of the quality rookies, and I got a couple of good players. I got Mario Lemieux, I got Steve Yzerman. I did not get Patrick Waugh. So overall, I didn't do too well, and the main reason is because it's a luck of the draw as to where those big sections are that you don't get. And for me, the biggest area that I was missing was where the big rookies were at. So unfortunately, the box didn't come through too well for me. Now, I've already gotten another one of these boxes, so this is the second, and it also had streaks, and it was missing all the Gretzkys. It did get all the other rookies, and so in this case, I should have filled out the set. I should have balanced it out, but this is a case where you're definitely not going to get close to a set with just one box. And again, when you're going through the packs, it's not all that fun because of the fact that the cards they don't have a very dynamic individual look to them. So unfortunately, that's kind of the nature of this box. It was a box that I opened to complete a set. That's really the experience that I got, and that's kind of the way that I advise for you to do it. They also, because they used up most of their stars, Ed Belfour and Sergei Fedorov are really the only stars in the checklists. All of the other team cards are secondary players, and that's kind of the way that the 92 sets were. So that also was a bit of a disappointment. So that's kind of the thing. It's a bland set. It's a bland box to experience, and you'll probably do pretty well in terms of the rookies, but you could also, like with this box, end up where it's out of line. The alignment's wrong, and you don't get all that much out of it. So I would say that this is a good box to do at some point, but I would say that keep your expectations kind of low and don't do it for the fun, for the thrill of just opening packs. This is kind of bland in that way. But that's basically what that's my take on it. So thank you very much for watching.